Hey everyone. So I am getting a lot of questions about how we can take content we already have, like PDFs or worksheets, and make them digital so kids can work on them. So we're not necessarily reinventing the wheel. And last week I made some videos about how you can take that and add it to the background of a Google slide to make it digital. And that's really good for my middle school learners. I would say kind of fifth grade and above, even maybe even seventh grade and above. Um, that's not good for my littlest learners. The tools are not little kid friendly. They're not little finger friendly. And so that would not work for me. What would work for me is Seesaw. So Seesaw is one of my favorite tools. It really, truly is. And Seesaw is a student journal. And so what I love about it is that first of all, it's all like one-stop shopping. It has everything that you possibly can, well, not everything, but it has everything you need to get you the job done. So I'm looking at the Seesaw for students right here. And so there are three things. There are journals the journal is where the student captures their learning. And as you can see, they can make kind of like mini PowerPoints, and they can type, and they can take pictures, and they can add audio, and they can add video. Totally awesome. And they can do that on the fly by pushing the add button. And then they get these options, and they can do voice overlays on photo. It's amazing. It's amazing. The other thing that they can do is activities. And activities are things that you create or you find in the library, and you push out to them that they're able to complete. That's awesome. And then there's also the inbox. So the inbox gives them information, and there's messages, and there's notifications. So you can send messages to the students, and you can also send some notifications, and you're able to communicate with them. And you can also do that on their portfolio. So I'm going to show you, though, specifically how to take a PDF and make it editable. So what you're going to do is you're going to create an activity. So I'm going to do a math activity right now. So I'm going to click the add button, and I'm going to assign activity. And it's going to take me to the activity library. And as you can see, there's two places in the activity library. There is the community, which is amazing. So this is all free activities that people have created. I want you to think teachers pay teachers, but free, only for Seesaw though. And so, meaning you can't print them really. So what this is you can search by topic. So I could go and say all grades. I can choose by a topic. I usually I don't choose subjects. I go over here and I'll say like, maybe I'm working on SH and CH sounds. And here are all activities that people have made. So with all those robust tools in Seesaw, some of these activities are ones where kids drag and drop pieces. Other ones are where they use the drawing tool and they draw the answer, and then they push the microphone and they do the record button and they record them reading the words. So it's really like you can make a really multi-layered activity, which is pretty darn cool. So, but we are going to make our own activity today because we are uploading our PDF. So I'm going to go to my library, and I am going to go to create new activity. And so go ahead and give it a name, Math Packet. And then here you would type your instructions. So you can, I'm not going to type right now. It takes too long, but you could write, use, and you want to be specific, use the drawing tool to draw your answers in the right spots. When you are done, click on the microphone and record your thinking. Use precise talk. So you could do that. Here, you can actually add voice instructions, which is pretty awesome. So you can type the instructions and then you can record yourself saying them. And then here you can add multimedia instructions. So you can do a video. So this would be great for our English language learners, as well as our students that have like specific learning disabilities and specific language domains. This would make it really easy for them. You'd really be able to make sure everybody can access what they need to do. So now you're going to add a template for student response. So this is where you're creating your activity for them to do. And what you do is you go to the upload. You click on upload, and then down here you do select from computer. And I just downloaded this Math Grade 1 Week 5 packet. So I click open, and it's going to take a little while because it needs to go and it needs to go, and it's going to put it all together. And I found 20 pages is the max. And there we go. Now, if I look here, I'm going to move my head. Here is every single page of my packet right there. And then kids can use down at the bottom, you have pencil, you have marker, you have highlighter, you have cool, funky marker, and then you have eraser. So kids could click on the marker and they can do what depth they want. And they could be like, okay, so this is a 9 and this is a 1. They could use the text box and put the text box in and maybe write out the problems even on the side. And then you can ask them, like, I want you, like, could you explain your thinking for number 1? And you can actually, when you create the activity, you could write over, like, you can make a text box. You got to click off to click on. Make a text box and say, like, record your thinking for problem 1. And you click off of it to click back onto it so you can manipulate it. And I can put it like off to the side because now, like, this is the worksheet, but this is the whole area. So now the kids aren't, I'm going to erase this right now because we're making the template for the kids. So you could say, record your thinking. You could put over here, show your work on the side, anything, right? The kids could even just audio record all the answers to this, which would be really cool as well. So when you're done, you're going to go ahead and you're going to click the green button. And it's going to take, and so we got math packet. If I put instructions in there, there it is, 1 of 10. And then I'm going to save. And then from there, here it is, okay? So notice here too, compatible with Chromebooks, computers, iPads, iPhones, Android tablets, Android phones, and Kindle Fires, which is my favorite because they're so cheap. So now I'm going to go assign this. So sorry, I'm whipping my head around. I'm going to go assign. These are every single Seesaw class I have. I have a lot because I do testing. So I'm going to pick this one right here. And then this is my favorite thing. What if that activity was really only good for 5 kids in my class, 5 kids that were struggling and I wanted to make some separate activities for them? I can click on the whole class, but then I can edit students and I can click off and click on the specific kids. So maybe this one is only going to Remy right now. I click on the check and then it comes back here and it says you good. So I got Mama with 1 student. Yep, I'm good. That's my class right now, Mama's School of Wicked Fun Learning. And I click it, assign activity. So it's gone. The kids have it. So I'm going to show you on their end what that looks like. So I'm then going to go down here and open up Remy. I'm going to refresh it. Seesaw tends to be refreshed a lot. I'm just going to put that out there. So she has 8 activities to do. So, and when they are done with an activity, it moves to the journal. So their numbers will go down as they finish. So here, and this is, I did this one earlier. It's not a duplicate. So add response. And here it is. Now look, here's the best part. Like they can't move that. They can't move this. It's all background. It was the template you made. So now what students can do is they can do their work over here. They can draw on it. They can voice record. They can do anything on this. They can keep working down the different pages and they can click the green button when they are done and it will go to the teacher. So that is a really great way. Oh, and this is cool too. Ready? View instructions. When they pop up that, if you'll put a video there, that video is there to remind them of things. That audio is there. The way Seesaw is doing home learning codes right now, if a student starts an assignment, let's say we just start this. I'm just going to do some drawing here. I'm going to draw on it. They click on the green because they're done for today, but they're not totally done. It's waiting for a teacher approval. It's going to come back in, but they can also edit the item. So they can come back in the next day, open it up, edit the item, as long as you're using the home learning codes that Seesaw has set up for remote learning, which I totally suggest you do because it's the absolute easiest way to get in. So there we go. Seesaw, PDFs, editable, nice and easy. I suggest K through like 5, but I've actually known districts that use this digital portfolio for K through 12 because it's really great at capturing learning. There we go. Bye.